Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to give you guys some Dragon Ball Z Toriko One Piece crossover news. Now, if you guys don't already know, this crossover is going to air April 7th, 2013. I believe Sunday, 9 a.m. Japanese time, which means that online, it should come either that following night or a few days, or maybe like a day or two later. But, you know, it's coming out regardless. And this is from an article on Anime News Network. You can actually look in the description below for the article itself and read it for yourself and watch the two ads that premiere for the Toriko episode 99 preview and the One Piece episode 590 preview. Now, the article title is as follows: One Piece Dragon Ball Z Toriko crossover animes ad aired. And so, I mean, it's kind of like, whatever, not a big deal, right? Not the point. The point here is that, yes, there's new footage, in a way, yeah, new footage aired for the Toriko Dragon Ball Z One Piece crossover. And let me read one of the paragraphs to you, because it actually explains what's going on in the first preview very well. The second preview is kind of like self-explanatory, but the first preview is actually explained in the paragraph. So let me read it for you. Again, you guys can read along in the article down below. And this paragraph, below the actual links of the actual, you know, aired ads, it says, in the story, Toriko's International Gourmet Organization has sponsored the Tenkaichi Shokokai, a merciless race with no rules, and is a nod to Dragon Ball Z's Tenkaichi Budokai tournament. The showdown may determine the strongest of the three franchises' leads: Toriko, Goku, or Luffy. And so right there, that tells you that the first, like the actual first ad is in fact a race between these three, you know, verses. Okay, there's two things in the actual first ad, in the first, you know, in the first preview, the Toriko preview, that caught my attention. Number one is that you see like Goku and Super Saiyan doing a Kamehameha, and then Luffy has his elephant gun like revved up, and he's face off against Goku. Which I thought was real cool. The second one is like Zebra and Zoro are looking at each other. Vegeta comes in there in the middle, and it looks like there's gonna be like a standoff like between Zebra, Vegeta, and Zoro. So that was cool too. That was cool too, because you know everyone knows who Roronoa Zoro is, and if you don't know who Zebra is, then get to know who Zebra is. Get to know real soon. But yeah, no, it looks very exciting, to say the least. It really does, and I'm going to enjoy it. I am. Of course, it's an hour long, and note that the two previews are different. There's a Toriko one, and then there's a One Piece one, and this means that during the Toriko time, they're gonna play the actual race, and then during the One Piece one, they're gonna have the second part of the special, and then that's gonna be like these two groups going against each other, fighting like this weird creature. Like this creature, this thing took out Gohan like quick. Like it took out Gohan quick. Like it wrapped Gohan in like a tentacle and like took his soul or something like that. It took Gohan quick. So, but again, like, you know, it is an anime special. This mainly is to collaborate the J-Stars versus game that's coming out, and like it looks good, to say the least. It looks good. I like it because it's actually a three-way collaboration, because normally the collaborations that I see, normally they're two franchises, you know, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Rave Master, Fairy Tail, you know, One Piece and Toriko. But now it's a three-way, you know, like it's a threesome. It's a threesome, and that's cool. It really is. Now, where this goes, I'm not too sure. The actual scene where I see Luffy and Goku facing off against each other, that caught my attention quick. Like that caught my attention real quick. I was like, whoa! But it's a race, so a merciless race, but it's still a race nonetheless. Which means that the goal is not to beat the opponent physically, but to beat the opponent in terms of time to the finish line. That's the actual goal. Now, there's actually a list of characters for each of the series that are going to partake in this actual special. So when it comes to the Toriko verse, it's going to be Toriko, Sunny, Zebra, the Four Kings, Komatsu, Rin, and Setsuno. Setsuna. Whoa. Setsuna. Alright, so if you guys don't know who Setsuna is, you're missing out something in your life. That's damn true. Now, when it comes to the One Piece verse, it's going to be Luffy, Nami, Chopper, Sanji, Zoro, Frankie, Robin, Usopp. I didn't hear any Brook. I believe in one of the previews we actually see Brook, but I'm not too sure. So, but according to the actual article, Brook isn't in it, which I don't think is true. That may have been a typo. They may have like forgotten Brook in the actual, you know, synopsis down below. But, you know, again, we'll see when it actually comes out on April 7th. And then for the Dragon Ball Z verse, it's going to be Goku, Gohan, Goten, Trunks, Master Roshi, Android 18, Vegeta, Piccolo, Krillin, the announcer guy, like the announcer guy that's always there for every 10kg tournament, and then Mr. Satan or Hercule. So that's the actual roster for this special so far. Again, the whole entire Brook thing, I'm not too sure. Like, Brook should be there. I don't see why he's not there, because he's Brook. He's Soul King Brook. But I mean, what you know, we'll see. But I believe in the second preview we see Brook, but I'm not too sure. But regardless, right? The fact is that you guys can once again view the actual previews for this episode special down below in the article, and give me your thoughts on this. It's once again One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, Toriko crossover related news, and I'm out. So keep lining. Be sure, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. And you guys should know already by now that this special will take place in the time slots of Toriko and One Piece. So for that week, the time slots will be filled with the crossovers for the Toriko anime and for the One Piece anime. So you guys should know. You guys should already know that. You should. If you don't know, now you know. So once again, I'm done. King Lightning. Be sure, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. And I'm signing out. Peace. Have a nice day. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa.